Have you noticed that reading the small print on a medicine bottle or on your phone feels more difficult than it used to? Perhaps colors just don't seem as vibrant, as sharp as they once were. Or maybe you feel a little more hesitation driving at night, that the glare from oncoming headlights feels more intense, more scattering than it did a few years ago. What if I told you that this slight blurring, this fading of the world, isn't just an inevitable part of getting older? What if it's a quiet warning sign from the very back of your eye? And what if the most powerful, most effective tool to fight back, to protect your precious sight, wasn't in a high-tech operating room or an expensive pharmacy, but was waiting for you right now in your own kitchen? Hello, I'm Dr. William Lee. My entire life's work, all of my research, is based on one simple, revolutionary idea. We can eat to beat disease. You see, your body is born with extraordinary defense systems. It's designed to heal, to protect, and to thrive. And your eyes are no exception. They have their own built-in, powerful mechanisms for protection and repair. The problem is, as we go through life, many of us, completely by accident, are eating in a way that disarms these defenses. We're letting in attackers, like oxidative stress and inflammation, and we're starving the very cells that are trying to protect us. Many of us just accept failing vision. We get stronger and stronger glasses. We shrug and say, well, that's just what happens. But what is actually happening deep inside your eye is a quiet battle. Your retina, that delicate, miraculous movie screen at the back of your eye that captures every smile from a grandchild, every beautiful sunset, it's under attack. The tiny, intricate network of blood vessels that feeds it is becoming weak. The special cells that filter light are getting damaged. This is the root of conditions like macular degeneration and diabetic retinopathy, the leading causes of blindness in seniors. But here's the good news, the great news, the kind of news that gives me hope every single day. It is not too late. You can rearm those defenses. You can give your body the exact tools it needs to fight back, to protect, and even to repair. Growing older doesn't mean giving up. It just means we have to use smarter strategies. In this video, I am going to walk you through 6 specific science-backed foods. These aren't just healthy in a vague way. These are foods that are proven to contain the precise nutrients that travel directly to your retina to build a powerful shield, to nourish your vision, and to help you see this beautiful world more clearly for many, many decades to come. And I promise you, we are going to go much, much deeper than just eat your carrots. Before we dive into that first powerful food, if you believe in the power of food to heal, if you are ready to take control of your own health and stay strong and independent as you age, please take just a moment to subscribe to this channel and click that little notification bell. We share insights here based on real science that can truly change your life. And I am always so curious to know where our growing health community is tuning in from. Let me know in the comments right now. Are you watching from the United States, from Canada, from the UK, or Australia, or somewhere else entirely? It is truly wonderful to see how far this empowering message of health can travel. All right, let's get started. The first food on our list is one you probably have in your refrigerator right now, but you may not realize that it is in fact a super shield for your eyes. I'm talking about dark leafy greens. And today I want to specifically highlight one of the most powerful, kale. Now, spinach is wonderful, collard greens are fantastic, but kale is in a class of its own for one very important reason. It is one of the world's richest, most concentrated sources of 2 very special antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin. I want you to think of lutein and zeaxanthin as your eye's own internal natural sunglasses. They are unique pigments. When you eat them, they are so smart They don't just scatter around your body. They travel through your bloodstream and accumulate in one specific place, your macula. The macula is the tiny central part of your retina. It's the part responsible for your sharpest, most detailed central vision. It's what you're using right now to read a book, to see a face, to thread a needle. Lutein and zeaxanthin literally embed themselves into that macular tissue. And once they're there, they do two critical jobs. First, they act as a filter. They absorb and block damaging, high-energy blue light before it can ever hit and harm the delicate photoreceptor cells behind it. This is the blue light from the sun, but also from our computers, our phones, our televisions. Day in and day out, these two compounds are on the front lines, taking the hit so your retina doesn't have to. Second, they are incredibly powerful antioxidants. Vision, the very act of seeing, creates a lot of metabolic exhaust or oxidative stress. Think of it as tiny, dangerous sparks. Lutein and zeaxanthin are the firefighters that rush in and extinguish those sparks before they can start a fire, before they can burn and damage the delicate cells of your retina. This is not a theory. This is proven. Large-scale studies, like the AREDS 2, Age-Related Eye Disease Study 2, have shown unequivocally that people with the highest intake of lutein and zeaxanthin have a significantly lower risk of developing advanced age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. Imagine trying to look at a loved one's face, but the very center of it, their eyes, their nose, is a blurry, distorted, or even empty spot. That is the devastating daily reality of macular degeneration. And here, in this simple, humble leaf, is your first and most powerful line of defense. It's like building a protective golden yellow wall right in the very center of your vision. Now, the best part is how easy it is to get this. You don't need to eat mountains of kale every day. The key, like all things in health, is consistency. A large handful of kale or baby spinach tossed into your morning smoothie. I promise with a few berries or a banana, you won't even taste it. Or you can gently saute some spinach with a little garlic and olive oil to have alongside your eggs in the morning. And that olive oil is actually a crucial tip. Lutein and zeaxanthin are fat soluble, which means your body can't absorb them without a little bit of healthy fat. So a drizzle of olive oil on your kale salad or having it with those eggs is the perfect, simple strategy to make sure you're getting every last drop of that vision protecting power. Moving on to our second food. If kale builds the sunglasses, this next food helps build the very structure of your retina. I'm talking about high quality, cold water, fatty fish. And the absolute gold standard of this group is wild caught salmon. Here is an amazing fact. Your retina has the highest concentration of omega-3 fatty acids in your entire body. Specifically, a type of omega-3 called DHA. I want you to think of DHA as the flexible mortar that holds the bricks of your retinal cells together. Over 50% of the fat in your photoreceptor cells, the cells that actually capture light, is made of DHA. It's not just an add-on. It is a fundamental structural component. It keeps the cell membranes fluid, healthy, and resilient. This allows them to change shape, to send signals to your brain instantly, and crucially to repair themselves from the daily damage of, well, seeing. But DHA's other superpower is as a profound anti-inflammatory. So many of the problems we associate with aging, including in our eyes, are rooted in one common enemy: chronic, low-grade inflammation. It's like a slow, smoldering fire that over decades damages tissues. Dry eye syndrome, that's inflammation. Diabetic retinopathy, inflammation. Macular degeneration, inflammation is a huge driver. The omega-3 seconds in salmon, both DHA and its partner EPA, are masters at cooling that fire. They actively tell your body to switch off the inflammatory signals. So when you eat a piece of salmon, you are literally sending in the building blocks to repair your retinal cells and the firefighters to calm the inflammation. It's an incredible 2-for-1. Now, I specifically said wild-caught salmon. This is important. Wild salmon has a much better fatty acid profile with more omega-3 seconds and fewer inflammatory omega-6 seconds because it eats its natural diet of algae and krill. Farm salmon, while still good, isn't quite as powerful. I know some of you might be thinking, Dr. Lee, I just don't like fish, or it's too expensive. I understand that. My best advice is to aim for 2 to 3 servings, a simple 4-ounce fillet per week. Think of it as medicine. But if you truly can't eat fish, then a high-quality, third-party tested fish oil supplement, or even better, an algae-based DHA supplement is the next best thing. Algae is where the fish get their DHA in the first place. This isn't just a small tweak. This is foundational. You are protecting the very bricks and mortar of your sight. For our third food, I want to talk about something crunchy, colorful, sweet, and surprisingly potent. When people think of vitamin C, they almost always think of an orange. But I'm here to tell you there is a much more powerful and, in my opinion, more eye-healthy source. I'm talking about the red bell pepper. Just 1 cup of chopped, raw red bell pepper contains over 3 times the amount of vitamin C as an average orange. And it has a fraction of the sugar, which is a huge bonus for anyone over 60 trying to manage their blood sugar. Why is vitamin C so critical for your retina? Because your retina is absolutely packed with tiny, delicate, microscopic blood vessels. This is the most blood vessel dense tissue in your entire body. These tiny capillaries are the delivery trucks that bring all the oxygen, all the lutein, all the DHA, all the nutrients to your hardworking retinal cells. Vitamin C is essential for building and maintaining collagen. Think of collagen as the strong, flexible scaffolding that makes up the walls of these tiny blood vessels. Without enough vitamin C, the scaffolding becomes weak. The blood vessel walls become brittle, fragile, and leaky. They can break or they can ooze fluid into the retina. This is a catastrophe for your vision. This is the hallmark of wet macular degeneration and advanced diabetic retinopathy. Picture those vital blood vessels as tiny, flexible garden hoses, perfectly delivering life-giving water to your garden. In a vitamin C deficient state, those hoses become old, cracked, and start springing tiny leaks everywhere. Your garden, your retina, is either flooded or starved. Eating a red bell pepper is like sending in a repair crew to patch up and strengthen every single one of those hoses, making them strong and supple again. And vitamin C is also the ultimate team player antioxidant. It floats around in the fluids of your eye, neutralizing free radicals. And it even helps to regenerate other antioxidants like vitamin E after they've done their job. It recycles them so they can go back to fighting. And the best part, it's so easy. The key with vitamin C is to eat it raw as heat destroys it. So don't cook your peppers. Slice them up, eat them as a snack, dip them in hummus, toss them into a salad at the last minute. The crunch, the sweetness, it's a delicious way to flood your body with one of the most powerful protective nutrients for your entire vascular system. We are halfway through, and I truly hope you are already seeing, no pun intended, how these simple, everyday foods connect to your health in such a deep and powerful way. I hope you're feeling a sense of empowerment. If you are finding this information useful, if it's giving you a new perspective, just take a half second to tap that like button. It's such a small click for you, but it sends a big message to YouTube that this information is valuable, and it helps get this video in front of so many other seniors who need to hear this message of hope. And if you haven't yet, this is a perfect time to subscribe. We've still got 3 more incredible vision protecting foods to go. And the last one, number 6, is a personal favorite of mine for what it does for your microcirculation. You won't want to miss it. All right, let's get to our 4th food. This one has had a bit of a controversial past. For decades, many of us were, I would say wrongfully, told to fear it or to only eat half of it. But science has now, thankfully, fully redeemed it as a true nutritional powerhouse in a shell. I am talking about the incredible humble egg. And yes, I mean the whole egg. Please, please eat the yolk. In fact, if you've been throwing away the yolks, you have been throwing away the most powerful vision protecting part of the entire food. Here's why. Remember our friends from food number 1, lutein and zeaxanthin, the internal sunglasses? Well, egg yolks are one of the most concentrated sources of both of them. But here, and this is so important, here is the magic key. The lutein and zeaxanthin found in egg yolks are in a supremely bioavailable form. What does that mean? It means that because they are naturally packaged with the healthy fats and lecithin that are also in the yolk, your body can absorb and use them far, far more easily than from almost any other source. One study showed that the absorption of lutein from an egg was over 800% higher than from a supplement. So yes, kale has more lutein by raw weight, but the lutein in the egg is on a VIP pass straight into your system thanks to the very fats we were told to fear. Isn't that incredible? Our bodies are so smart. Imagine for decades, so many people were eating egg white omelets, thinking they were being healthy. They were essentially throwing away the golden sight-saving medicine and just eating the protein. It's like buying a high-tech security system for your house and then throwing away the key. But that's not all. Egg yolks also contain a healthy dose of zinc. Zinc is a critical helper molecule for your eyes. It plays dozens of roles, but one of its most important jobs is to act as a transportation shuttle. It helps to bring vitamin A, which is stored in your liver, to your retina. Once it's at the retina, vitamin A is used to produce melanin, which is the dark, protective pigment that shields your retina from light. Zinc is the delivery truck for the supplies. So in one simple, cheap, and delicious package, you are getting the internal sunglasses lutein divided by zeaxanthin, the delivery truck zinc, and the perfect vehicle fats to make sure it all gets to where it needs to go. So please, I encourage you, enjoy the whole egg. Hard boil a few to have on hand for a perfect snack. Scramble 2 for breakfast. It is one of the easiest and most profound things you can do for your macula. Our 5th food today is a small, portable, and satisfyingly crunchy powerhouse. It's the perfect snack to get you through an afternoon slump. I'm talking about nuts, and specifically, I want to champion walnuts. Walnuts are truly unique in the nut kingdom. While almonds are great and pistachios are wonderful, walnuts are the only nut that contains a significant amount of a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid called ALA, alpha-linolenic acid. Now, your body has to work to convert this ALA into the DHA and EPA that we find in fish. The conversion isn't perfect, but it's still a fantastic daily anti-inflammatory boost. But the real reason walnuts make this elite list is for their high content of vitamin E. If lutein and zeaxanthin are the sunglasses and vitamin C is the vessel repair crew, then I want you to think of vitamin E as the personal bodyguard for your retinal cell membranes. Remember how we said those cell membranes are made of fats like DHA? Well, fats are very vulnerable to a specific type of oxidative stress called lipid peroxidation. You've seen this in your own kitchen. It's the process that makes oil or butter go rancid. That's oxidative stress. Now, imagine that happening to the delicate fats in your retinal cells. It's a disaster. It causes a chain reaction of damage that makes the cells stiff, dysfunctional, and eventually die. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble antioxidant. That means it lives inside those fatty membranes. It's on site, and its entire job is to stop that rancid chain reaction cold. It is the firefighter that lives inside the wooden house, ready to pounce on the first spark. Studies, including the original AREDs, found that vitamin E, in combination with other antioxidants, was critical in slowing the progression of macular degeneration. And as my own research often focuses on, walnuts are also packed with polyphenols. These are special plant compounds found in the thin, papery skin of the walnut that actually speak to your body's defense systems. They tell your body to ramp up its own antioxidant production and to calm inflammation. So, with a simple handful of walnuts, you're getting the anti-inflammatory plant-based omega-3 seconds, the Bodyguard vitamin E, and the coaching polyphenols. All you need is a small handful, about a quarter of a cup. That's it. It's the perfect amount. Add them to your morning oatmeal. Toss them in a salad for that satisfying crunch, or just have them as a snack. It's a simple, crunchy, deeply satisfying way to build a more resilient and protected retina. And finally, we have arrived at number 6. This one is truly special, and it gets to the very heart of my own research, which is a field called angiogenesis, the study of how our bodies grow and maintain blood vessels. This food is about strengthening the entire support system of your eyes, from the front to the back. I'm talking about dark pigmented berries. Specifically, I mean blueberries, blackberries, and if you can find them, the European blackcurrant. What gives these berries their deep, rich, almost black color? It's a class of powerful bioactive compounds called anthocyanins. These anthocyanins are miracle workers for your vision. They do 2 magical and distinct things. First, they dramatically strengthen the walls of your tiniest blood vessels, your capillaries. Remember those garden hoses we talked about with vitamin C? The anthocyanins are like a special sealant that makes them stronger, less leaky, and more flexible. This is my life's work. We want to inhibit bad blood vessels, like the ones that grow in cancer or wet AMD. But we must support and strengthen our good, healthy blood vessels. Anthocyanins do exactly that. They nourish the good, healthy circulatory network that feeds your eyes with oxygen and nutrients, and just as importantly, carries away waste products. A strong microcirculation is the key to a healthy retina. But here is the second amazing thing they do. Anthocyanins have been proven to help your eyes regenerate a specific pigment called rhodopsin. Rhodopsin is your night vision pigment. It's found in the rod cells of your retina. When you go from a bright sunny day into a dim room, it's rhodopsin that regenerates, allowing your eyes to adjust and see in the dark. Have you noticed, as you've gotten older, that this adjustment takes longer? Do you feel blind for a few moments when you walk inside? Or do you find it much harder to drive at night because the glare of headlights seems to wipe out your vision for a few seconds? That is a sign of sluggish rhodopsin regeneration. The anthocyanins in these dark berries are like a booster pack for that system. There's a famous story about British Royal Air Force pilots in World War II who would eat pots of bilberry jam, which is rich in anthocyanins, before their night missions, swearing it helped them see enemy planes in the dark. At the time, it was dismissed, but science has now proven them right. Imagine feeling more confident driving to see friends or family in the evening. Imagine your eyes feeling less strain and adapting more quickly. That is the power of supporting your microcirculation and your rhodopsin. And again, it's so easy. a cup of mixed berries, and let me tell you a secret, frozen is just as good. In fact, berries are often flash frozen right on the farm at their peak of ripeness, so they can be even more nutritious than the fresh ones that have been sitting on a truck for a week. Add a cup of frozen berries to your morning smoothie with your kale, or just let them thaw and have them with a bit of plain yogurt for a delicious, protective, and truly healing dessert. So let's just take a moment and quickly recap the incredible eye-protecting arsenal we've just built. We are building a multi-layered shield for our vision. We have the dark leafy greens like kale to be our internal sunglasses, providing the essential lutein and zeaxanthin. We have the wild-caught salmon to provide the structural DHA fats for our cell membranes and to cool the fires of inflammation. We have the vibrant red bell peppers for their massive dose of vitamin C to build and protect the collagen scaffolding of our delicate blood vessels. We have the whole eggs for that super bioavailable VIP form of lutein and zeaxanthin, plus the delivery truck zinc. We have the walnuts for their unique plant-based omega-3 seconds and the critical Bodyguard vitamin E. And finally, we have the dark berries to nourish our entire microcirculation and to literally boost our night vision. Do you see the beautiful pattern here? This isn't about one magic pill or one single food. It's about creating an ecosystem of health. It's about the wonderful synergistic way these whole foods work together, each one playing a specific and vital role. Your body is not your enemy. It is not designed to fail you. Your body is always trying to heal. It is designed for health from the day you were born. Our job is simply to get out of its way and to give it the right instructions, the right building blocks, so it can do the job it was born to do. And it is never, ever too late to start. I know it can be frightening. I know it's scary to think about losing your vision. Our sight is so deeply tied to our independence, to our connection with the world, to our ability to see the faces of the people we love. It is so easy to feel like it's out of your control, that it's just a bad luck part of aging. But it is not. You have so much more power than you think. Every single meal, every single bite is a choice. It's an opportunity. You are the architect of your own health. With every handful of spinach, with every fillet of salmon, with every crunchy red pepper, you are casting a vote for a stronger, healthier, and more vibrant future. Growing older is a privilege, and we can and we must choose to do it with strength, with vitality, and with clear, protected vision. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these 6 foods surprised you the most? Or, more importantly, which one of these are you going to commit to adding to your diet starting this week? Please share your thoughts, your commitments, and your own health stories in the comments section right below. I truly love reading them. Your story, your commitment might just be the one thing that inspires someone else to make that positive change for themselves. And if this video has helped you, if it's given you a sense of hope and a clear, actionable plan, please do me a favor and give it a like. And if you have not already, please subscribe to this channel and turn on those notifications. We have so much more to share to help you learn how to eat, to beat disease, and live your longest, healthiest life to the fullest. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Be well, stay strong, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.